Why is such passion destructive, though? Well, for two reasons. First of all, it comes from your own sense of emptiness. I would deserve to get it. And here's the only other part. I will go and get it even if it means taking it from someone else. Am I being clear? A passionate desire for something you think you need inevitably entails taking it from someone else or something else. It amounts to a theft. Now, I want you to imagine that it's possible to have another kind of passion, not one that arises from emptiness or need, but arises from fullness and generosity. Of course you know this. You have encountered it. Who of you has had a great teacher in your life? Exactly. They were great because they gave without let. Who of you has had a beloved coach or a great mentor or a good friend? All of these people gave not because they were looking to get something from you, but because giving was what they wanted to do. This goes back to a phrase I got from the theologian Frederick Wooden, and I've shared with you more than once, but I'm going to reiterate it today. He says that ministry happens where your great joy meets the world's great hunger. Most of us, when we think of ministry or service, think of it as a duty, a chore, an obligation. Oh, I've got to go and make my bed. I've got to go and do the taxes. I must do these onerous things. But he's suggesting that ministry is something you want to do. And I want to introduce the notion that somehow what you passionately want to do is very much the heart of your ministry, and that finding it is why you are here today and why this institution is here today. I want to know if you know what your passion to give is. Do you know? Do you know it? Not all of us do. Let me tell you how you can know what it is your ministry includes. Here's the key. You would do it for free. In fact, you would look for ways to pay to do it if you had to. That doesn't mean that thing is the right thing, but now we're in the right place. I've told you before that I could preach any day, anytime, anywhere, not because I'm so good, but because it's what I love to do. It's not because I'm right, it's because it somehow speaks from the inside of me and wants to get out. That's the part I love. You don't pay me to do that. You pay me to do everything else. Because that's the part I'm not as passionate about. So what is it that you would do for free? What delights you so much that you would do it no matter what? Do you know? This is the goal of spiritual discipline. If you don't know, you need to find out. And a church exists to help you find that great passion to give, the key to your ministry, to find your greatest joy, to create a ministry from it. That means finding out where it can also meet the greatest need, because if I really, really love to do A, but no one wants me to do A, then chances are I'm going to have to find a different way to express my passion. If I happen to be the last great corset maker on the planet, chances are my passion is going to go unsatisfied. My capacity for making buggy whips or flint arrows may not be what the world requires today. But chances are something about that can become a ministry of service to others. The goal of liberal spirituality is not to feel good, but to do good, and to do it in the joyful way that true ministry is about. I believe that the true goal of liberal religion is to bless and release the ministries of everyone on the planet. That every one of us that exists has a gift that if they found it and rejoiced in it and stoked it, would be passionately giving it to the world. And how many gifts are wasted every day in Darfur or Chechnya or the Middle East or in South America or in Malaysia because the children are dying or people are told they have to live in a certain way or behave in a certain passionate way or not to behave at all. Don't you see, the liberal religious message is to say each and every one of us is a Christ figure waiting to get up and redeem the world if we could find that thing that makes us passionate and the place where we can give it. Every one of us has the capacity to save the world in a unique way, and that is what we are here to do. That's the purpose behind freeing minds, behind growing souls, behind changing the world. I know that you're getting tired of that, but when you start believing it, it will no longer make you tired to hear it. When it starts being something that happens to you, oh, I had a new thought today. I'm a little freer than I was before. You know, I understand myself better today. I've grown a little bit. I have a little more strength to change the world. That's what it's about, because we are here to bless and release the ministries of everyone who walks through our door. We've done it before when it was only possible for Christians to have blessed, passionate ministries. Then we said, no, skeptics can have a gift too. Agnostics have a gift of ministry. Atheists have a gift of ministry. Come here, let us help you bless them and release them. When people said women need to be over here and not there, we were saying, no, women have ministries that need to be released for everyone's sake. And now we know that we have to say the same thing to the poor, the disabled, the old, the young, the gay, the lesbian, people of color. Everyone, I mean everyone, has something unique to give that is a ministry that the world needs to get. And if we are not saying it, and if we are not doing it, then millions of ministries, millions of gifts, billions of moments of salvation are lost. When you think about it, it's ironic. When we think about passion, we think about something we need. Oh, I need this. An empty soul, passionately hungry for something, love, power, money, fame. And when they get it, do they ever feel happy? No. They discover that the perfect woman wasn't. That no matter how many millions you've got, you still have a reason to want more. That no matter how famous you become, you discover you miss your privacy. These are things we think we want and do not, because we had this hunger that made us go for something we thought was missing, when our passion was not about what we were missing, but what we had but needed to give. Do you understand the difference? Yes, you do. Thank you. It's all right to nod. You can even wave now and then. Someone said a couple of weeks ago I should have a gospel choir up here. Well, you're it. An empty soul, passionately longing for something, will never, ever be satisfied. Ever. A full soul will never, ever be empty, no matter how much it gives. That's the key. In fact, the more you give, the more you have to give, because that is the joy. It is the joy in the doing, not in the praise, not in the money, but you would do it if no one were watching. Has anyone ever seen me walking around town? I walk downtown. I walk from home to the church, to the Y, back around. People who have seen me say, he's talking to himself. No, I'm preaching to myself. Do you see where I'm going? No matter how much you do it, you want to continue to do it. This is ministry. It is an urge, a compulsion, something you simply have to do. And we should exist to say, yes, you have something to give. Yes, let us help you find it. And yes, let me find a place where you can do it and bless the world with what you have. So bless you, and let's get you in a place where you can do the most good. That is why we are here, to free minds, grow souls, so we really can change the world. Not just make it better in a kind of tinkering sense, but to make it full of people doing this. When Moses came down from Sinai with the 2 tablets, as I pointed out, he did not know that the skin of his face shone because he had been talking to God. Do you shine? Do you shine? Would you like to shine? That's why you're here. Not to watch me gesture and jump up and down. It really can't be the reason you're here. You're here to find out how you can shine. Because once you shine, you want to grow that shine, really get it out there. And once you grow it, you want to live it all the time because it's so much fun. And once you live it, you begin to rejoice that you suddenly have a life, a real life, not just the life where you phone it in and get paid and do your bills, but you're actually alive. Isn't this what you want? Yes. Search your hearts. It's what you really want. And you want it whether you're 15 or 85. And you can always have it. Help me help you find it. Search your hearts, yes. Find that passion to give that you know is in you. If this is not what life is about, what in blazes is? And that's all I got to say. Now we'll let the choir settle you down with a really great text that says this way better than I just did. Choose something like a star.